They live thousands of miles apart, but two communities share a common bond, and they're coming together to build strength through the storm. Thousands of Hurricane Katrina victims are now paying it forward to help other Americans impacted by Superstorm Sandy. Some even preparing a trip from the Big Easy to the Big Apple to lend a hand. Hurricane Katrina victim turned director of St. Paul's Homecoming Center, Connie Uddo, joins us now, along with Suffolk County police officer and member of Bread of Life Fellowship in Staten Island, Charles Ross. Thanks so much to both of you for being here.
Good to be here.
Thank you.
Connie, let me start with you. You were a Hurricane Katrina victim. As we understand it, your home got more than 7 feet of water in it. It took a month for it to dry out. It must have brought back very bad memories when you were watching what was happening with Hurricane Sandy up here.
Oh, yes. It just triggered everything again. You know, I think you get over something like, you know, a devastating event like Katrina 7 years later, but when you see it again happen to your neighbors on the East Coast, you just relive it. It brings it all back.
I bet. And so, Connie, why did you want to reach out and help the victims of Hurricane Sandy?
Well, you know, we were helped by thousands of people came in from the East Coast, all over the United States, to help us at our Homecoming Center and help us rebuild in New Orleans. We've been so fortunate with over 50,000 volunteers have come through the St. Paul's Homecoming Center. And so, you know, we need to pay this back and pay it forward. We have just been so blessed and fortunate to have been, you know, helped so much. And we know that they now need our help. The devastation is just incredible, and we need to just, this is something New Orleanians really want to do. Because we feel their pain, we know what they're going through.
Sure, you've walked in their shoes, of course.
We really have.
I want to bring in Charles. What did you think, Charles, when you heard that there were victims of Hurricane Katrina who were going to be sending volunteers, sending food, sending money to people in your community?
I thought it was an awesome idea. As you know, we've been devastated here in the New York and Long Island area and along the eastern seaboard, and have those folks to come down to offer support to us was tremendous. As you know, when Hurricane Katrina did hit New Orleans in that area, we felt the same. We felt that we were a nation and a society that needed to come together to help support each other, to lift each other up. Although we were knocked down, we were not knocked out. And that's what we want to emphasize today, that although we're here in New York, we seem to be knocked down right now, we're not knocked out. And we're standing tall, and we're gonna come back from this. And we just are grateful for all the support that we've received from everyone.
Were you surprised that the Hurricane Katrina victims in New Orleans remembered your help and your community's help during that time all these years later now?
Well, when you have a catastrophe of that magnitude, you do remember those who would lend a helping hand. And we certainly supported them in their efforts, and we're certainly grateful for the efforts that they're giving back to us.
Connie, we understand that you're preparing to send an 18-wheeler full of goods up here. Do you want to tell Charles what's going to be in it?
Oh, yeah, Charles, we're loaded up. We've, at the request of your church and Pastor Ortega, we've got diapers, formula, warm blankets, clothing, cleaning supplies, building supplies. And that 18-wheeler is rolling out as we speak. And awesome. I heard that another empty one just rolled in, and we will be filling that 18-wheeler in the next couple of weeks. So you're going to have a nice big Christmas present arriving from the Big Easy to the Big Apple.
Oh, that's so nice.
I just want you to know, Charles, and everyone that's suffering out there, that New Orleans, the Houdat Nation, we're behind you guys. We know what you're going through. One thing I've really learned working in the recovery is that, you know, recovery is very hard. It's long and it's hard. And you need people that are really going to come in there and stand by you and stick with you, as people have done with us for 7 years.
Of course.
We're still getting volunteers helping us, and we're still rebuilding New Orleans.
And this is
going to be a long process.
And I just want to bring in Charles to have you respond to Connie.
Well, I say we love you, we thank you, and we certainly appreciate all that you've done, and we're welcome. Over the past few days at Bread of Life Fellowship, we've been reaching out to the community, the Lindenhurst, the town of Babylon, and we've seen just devastations, families, even those that weren't affected by the flood waters. They've consumed all of their resources trying to survive throughout the days. So we have families and children in schools that are telling teachers and administrators that they have no food and all. So
still.
We've gone out, like yesterday, we gave out over 200 meals to families at a local elementary school.
Yeah.
And, you know, so that effort and support is still needed, and we appreciate what you're doing. And we're very grateful.
That's so nice. Well, Charles Ross, Connie, Uddo, we really appreciate both of you coming in, and it is so inspirational to see Americans who are helping each other in this time of need. Thanks so much for being here.
God bless, Connie.
And Allie, we're coming up there. I'm actually in Sacramento partnering with the Bridgeway Christian Church to raise funds.
Well,
to
great.
Bring
Well, come on
cards.
up and let us know when you're here, and we'll have you on Fox and Friends again.
We're bringing gift cards, and we're actually coordinating volunteers to go stay at Bread of Life Church.
Connie,
as
that
well.
is
So
great.
we're ramping up.
And Charles is excited to see you in the flesh. So thanks. I'm going to let you guys talk offline. I know you have more things to say to each other. Charles, thanks so much. Great to see you.
Thank you.
All right, next on the